Evening, everyone. Back for another round of Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. I don't know. Yeah, I figure we'll just jump right into it. So last time we got through the first day of court, and let's see, so we solved the first three problems that we had been assigned. So we found out who hit Phoenix, which turned out to be the victim in the final trial. And he was also the guy who stole the noodle stand, apparently. We don't know why he stole it, but we found it again. We found out the guy who was running around stealing undergarments, who was supposedly a witness and ended up being pretty unreliable. So we got three of those. Unfortunately, we still got a fourth case to solve, and that's the big one, who murdered the guy who did caused two of the first three problems. So, but we do have a couple of weird quirks to the case to figure out. Specifically, the big question being, how was he shot? If he was shot in a specific location, and it doesn't seem to match up with where everyone was standing. So yeah, I guess we're gonna go start investigating that, see if we can find some answers. But a train, yeah, that's also true. That was quite the circus. We also got introduced to a new prosecutor who was the brother of our previous mentor, and also apparently a rock star, because, you know, this case didn't have enough crazy twists to it. So yeah, train wreck is a good description. Glad we made it out of that trial alive. Really, I had fun. I mean, sure, if you're not, you know, on trial for murder, although the defendant in this case doesn't seem particularly disturbed by being on trial for murder either, so... Waki made it today too. Everyone was too obsessed. Yeah, that was a little ridiculous. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. Come, Polly. Yeah. Oh yeah, and Mr. Hat too. Will be making an appearance. Hi folks, I'll be here all week. That's about enough of him. Hello? Ah, Miss Tiala. Thank you for today. The trial went well. Oh, right. No problem. Do you think Waki will be okay? Well, he's not guilty yet. Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month. Oh, congratulations. God, way to put the pressure on a guy. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Are you sure about marrying into the Kitagi family? I'm fine with it, and I love Waki with all my heart. Aw, that's so sweet. So it doesn't bother you that you'll be, married to the mob? I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. Say, where did you and Waki first meet, anyway? Good question. Miss Tiala doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections. Oh, we met at my old job, actually. Office romance. She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she? Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business? Oh, really? Shikitaki wants to quit being a gangster. He's trying to transfer his assets into a normal company. He only announced it recently, out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks. Wonder if this explains that apron. You know. Can't imagine Waki going along with that. He's highly motivated, isn't he? That's not the word I would have used. Yes, seriously. Said I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. I think he's at that age when boys want to make a mark on the world. That's not the way I would have put it. Yeah. His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profits. The Kisaki family's been making a killing recently. Phrasing. Waki says it's not about the money. They have the gangster tradition to uphold. Ooh, a generation gap. They've even got the ever-classic what about the family business thing going. Usually it's the father worried about tradition. can I ask you a question about Waki? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Maractus. Apparently, yes. I was in his clinic, oh yeah, half a year ago. Yeah, so apparently he's still got a bullet in him, which is not great. It sounded horrible. Waki has always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid. I'm not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved. Mr. Gavin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might make a mistake, but it's even scarier when he tries to hide it. I'd like to know a little more about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Maractus Clinic a visit. I should be getting home now. Waki's in your hands, Mr. Justice. Right. Leave it to me. Apollo, I think you're only making her more nervous. Sorry, I'm new at this, okay? It's alright. I believe in you. Well, that was nice of her. I don't think there's anything new here, so... I can stop by and say hi to Phoenix. Well, I guess he's not around. Never mind. See if the, looks like Waki's out for questioning. Oh, okay. You talk to him. I guess we'll come back later. Excuse me? Yes? The other suspect is all through with questioning, sir. The other... Ah, you mean the... Yeah, that guy. I don't know if we'd want to talk to him. Well, of course they arrested him, too. Put that guy away for a while. But apparently we can talk to him. He's a bit precious, I'll give him that. What does that mean? Well, anyways... Please, keep this brief if you would. I'm quite busy. You are quite busy? Let me finish this paper. Here. It's you! Mr. Stickler. We'd like to have a few words with you. Very well, as long as they're few. Nothing would make me happier, believe me. I guess we have to talk about this. I can't help but feel that I'm being misunderstood. You are being misunderstood? Really? How exactly? Your burning curiosity? Aha, sure. Alright, phrasing. No, Apollo, no. To relate what you saw the night of the murder to us one more time. Why not? Though it hardly differs from the testimony I gave in court. The defendant was there in the park that night. Of this I'm quite certain. He was pointing a pistol, or something like that, at the victim. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two. Let's resolve this like gentlemen." In the next moment, a shot was fired. Hey, Muffin! How's it going? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Always good to hear. The blinking? Very well then. Well, you got here just as the stream started. We're just starting in on the second day of investigations. We're first dealing with this guy. I mean, I'm at this point I'm taking anything he says with a grain of salt, but apparently he did see some of the incident. So, unfortunately, he keeps saying things like that, and I'm just like, no, just put him back in jail. But I guess maybe he doesn't have a further reason to lie, so we'll hear him out. It's like, well, he was at the scene of the crime after all. I wish it weren't so. Well, that's it, huh? Fine, ignore my evidence, see if I care. I wonder what he's... You know what? No, let's not think about that. Okay. I don't know if this guy was this helpful. Alright, well... I guess we should also stop by Aldoon's house to see if he's around. Let him know we found his noodle stand. It's Mr. Aldoon. What's wrong? So, you found my stand. That's why I'm here, to thank you. Ah, but now it's a crime scene and they won't let me have it back. It's also why I'm here. I got no other place to go. Not to talk about inappropriate anime. Yeah, that's that sounds like a precarious situation to be in. And yes, we have found the ramen noodle man's stand. Unfortunately, he is still in a bit of a pickle until we get this crime solved. Can a noodle stand be a crime scene? That's what I don't get, Jersey. Even in death, he's after my neck, I tell you. Bah! That's true. Apparently the victim also didn't like this guy, so which is why I'm assuming he stole the stand, but that's still kind of a weird thing to do. He? Wait. My neck, I tell you. I can't even cook it on this noodle. Yeah, victim, Dr. Maractus. I tell you, it's enough to drive a man to make his soup even saltier. Mind me never eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood. That stand, for generations, has served up the very best noodles us Aldoons could make. A tradition of noodles and salty broth. It's more than a stand, it's history, I tell you. Watch what you say or it might become true. It's a great story, Mr. Aldoon. A single stand, passed down from generation to generation. Of course, to be honest, I didn't plan on doing it. Yeah, he originally, I said something about doing a different life for a while. Rebelling against your pops. Which is kind of funny, because the defendant is also having issues with the family business, so to speak, but kind of in the opposite direction. In memory, I was a go-getter back in my day. Until my friend next door butted in. In the end, I was left with nothing but this dusty old stand to earn my fortune. Mr. Aldoon, I don't mean to pry, but what exactly did you do before you became a chef? Bah, let old noodles lie, that's what I say. Starting to get an idea of what he did anyway. He stole my dreams and left me with nothing but noodles. Now I don't even have that. Mr. Aldoon, if I might ask, what exactly happened between you and the Maractus clique? Couldn't help but sense enmity there. Enmity? I hate him! Or hated. Hate him acting like he smells like roses when he's rolling in mud. Excuse me? He's the only doctor at that clinic, you know. Pretty impressive, eh? I'll tell you the secret to his success. The mob. You mean, the Taki family. Always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always an injury or two that needs fixing. Maractus saw a chance for some business, so he started giving the Kitaki family a good deal. A deal? Every fifth operation for free. He stole the idea from my pops. One free bowl of noodles a week, he used to say. Well, okay. I mean, one, yes, that is a little strange that the insurance companies would just, you know, have that as a, well, I don't know if insurance companies really factor into mob operations. But also, I don't know that that was necessarily an idea that he stole from a noodle stand. He got him in good with the family. Pretty soon he's getting all the business in town. Ah. Here. So did he also used to be a doctor? My neck in soupy noodles. Okay. His former occupation. Can't hurt to ask, Apollo. Mr. Eldoon, or should I say Dr. Eldoon, figured it out, did ya? That's right, I was a doctor, a surgeon, until the year before last. Wow. Maractus was your rival. You like those onions they put in the soup broth? Yeah, kind of. Take a spoon, you drink some broth, those onions will find their way in there. For people who like them, why that's just fine. For people who hate them, I hate onions, hate them. Always sneaking in from the side, getting in the way of a good tasting spoonful. Well, that's what he was, an onion. Onion boy, that's what I called him. So, you weren't exactly friends. Ah, me and pal Maractus, ever since preschool we were getting in each other's face. No matter what I did, sure enough, he'd come following along. And he'd do it better than me, just blow right past without so much as a howdy. I see. That's right, I was a surgeon long before he was, you know. Then that no-good onion boy comes along. Well, Trucy, looks like we found ourselves a new suspect. Yeah, that's fair. But, thanks to him, I was forced to trade in my scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to weigh you down with an old man's ramblings. No, it's fine. By way of apology, if you ever get yourself in a spot of trouble, you drop by. Huh? You're investigating Maractus, aren't you? Yes? Well, you want to know about a doctor, you ask a doctor. That's all I'm saying. You just think of me if you need something, Jersey doll. Right. Thanks, Mr. Eldoon. I guess the time spent listening to him complain wasn't entirely wasted. Eldoon's dog doesn't look too lively. They say dogs and their owners resemble each other. I guess there are exceptions. Well, first, I remember there's actually something I want to get first. Kentucky Mansion. Oh, hey, she's back. Hey, you two, over here. Oh, Little Plum, what's up? All this gangsterese is a negative influence on Jersey. Heard you retrieve my bloomers. Well, I was just doing... Bah, a man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. You caught the thief, didn't you? Yes. Sorry, I caught him. You're cute when you're nervous, Polly. I'll deal with you later. Enough about rumors. What about my son, Walkie? Walkie? Well, he's, clearly. Yes, ma'am. This is why I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back here. It's really everything you'd expect in a boss's son. I'm going to be a gangster, dude. Life does have an appeal for that age, particularly for boys. What? Don't look at me like that. He was shot in a turf war about half a year ago. Yes, we heard the story from Walkie. But he didn't tell you the whole story. You know, even if he had a pistol then, he couldn't have shot anyone. What? He acts like he's hard, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. I should know. I'm his mom. My words do have a certain weight to them. Hopefully, when this is all taken care of, he and the boss can sort out the differences. Walkie's father. Didn't seem to be on the best terms, did they? It's true, one of our pistols is missing. As the murder weapon was from this mansion. Kind of figured, given the difficulty of obtaining a gun these days. None of the rank and file have access. Only the boss, myself, and Walkie could have taken it. I see. I'm sure the cops will continue tromping all over the mansion because of this case. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for a change. Doesn't seem too concerned, at least. Yeah, Waki's fiancée. You're getting married next month, correct? I suppose. She's been staying over lately. You don't look too happy about that, little plum. How'd you guess? Even I could tell that. Could you tell us more about her? Waki brought her home one day. Says he wants to tie the knot. I can see why. She's so pretty. Oh, she's pretty enough, but, you know... Nah, it's probably just me being suspicious. Stay in this business too long, and you start to only see darkness in people. You get a nose for it. A nose for people, a nose for trouble. I wonder what the problem is. It's like a gangster's only version of female intuition. Yeah, the designs are pretty cool. It's always been a fun thing about these games. The first game was kind of... People were mostly straightforward, but like they've kind of gotten a little more outlandish with each iteration. But it's still, you know, they still keep it within, I think, reasonable parameters. Boss may act tough, but that boy means the world to him. Waki seems, well, seems like he's against his father's position. It's to be expected. We're in a bit of a transition now, trying to cut our ties to the shadier side of the street and do more on the up and up. Waki isn't too enthusiastic about the change, it's true. But why the change? Is the gangster thing just not paying the bills? It pays. We need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. I see. Something must be up. You'll see things the way the boss sees them, someday. And I guess I could just give these back to her? Oh, thanks for that. I owe you one. I thought you might like them back, so... oh, no. Why don't you keep them as a souvenir? Oh no, I couldn't really. Thanks for the offer. I could use those in my... You already have a pair. Pull shivs and pieces and God... out of them. Okay. Great, now your props are going from bland to dangerous. Tell me if this knife belongs to Waki. Oh, that's his knife, alright. Bought it for him for his birthday. Wow, that's a pretty hardcore present. Remember him falling asleep with it clutched in his arms. Ooh, I know the feeling. I bet he was just as happy as I was with my plastic spaghetti. Okay then. This pistol belongs to the Taki family, is that correct? It's one of the pieces we keep around. That is, we used to keep around. They're all gone now. Oh? These came yesterday and took everything. Everything but my broom. I think you should have given them that too. You kidding? Can't clean up very well without a broom. Okay, but can it be a shiv that's inside a broom? Because that's pretty funny. Found from the hit and run, huh? It's funny how it all ties together like this. You chase after a hit and run and end up Waki's attorney. Of course, you'll find the real killer soon, won't you? Yep. And just for kicks. No, not interested, okay. Okay, I want to see if I can still get those slippers. This is where we found the mirror. Come to think of it, isn't there something else in here? Near the bottom. The paint on these, that means these must have ended up in here after Mr. Wright's accident. Maybe they're connected, let's pick them up. I noticed that now we don't seem to have a problem carrying both of them. Dig through it. I'm serious. I have no intention of looking through this trash can. Look, sometimes you find hamburgers in them, or peanut cheese bars. This lady is still trying to get into the park, over the fence. Park's off limits, and I told you yesterday this is how I go home. Okay, you want me to go around? Well, give me $5, like yesterday. Con artist strikes again. Alright, so... Alright, thanks. You have a great evening too. Yep, definitely worth a shot if you ever if the mood ever strikes you for some mystery solving. Looks like nothing new here. More trash cans. Still remember that moment. You brandished them. Objection. Here's what I want you to do, Trucy. Take that memory, gently lock it away deep in your heart, and never speak of it. Alright. It doesn't look like there's anything else here, but I did want to make sure to get those slippers, because those might be useful. Kitty, kitty. Ow. It's not coming down. We do look kind of suspicious, you have to admit. It's okay, kitty cat. His hair won't hurt you. Tell kitty cat she won't make you disappear in her hat. I don't know if there's anything else here that we needed to get. I mean, there was definitely this part here. That's true. I guess it doesn't necessarily belong to Pal Maractus himself. Sprained his ankle in the car, lost his side view mirror. Car versus Mr. Right, not quite the match of the century. Yeah, I guess... I don't know who else it would be, though. It's a skeleton. Just a human skeleton and painted gold. That is kind of weird. Like, why does he have these mannequin parts and a gold-painted skeleton? It screams something, that's for sure. I don't know if there's anything here. I sort of expected to be able to... Oh, wait a minute. Well, we've got to check out this clinic, that's for sure. Yeah, but what about the guard? No harm in asking. Excuse me. Hey, it's you two from yesterday. That's the same officer that was standing out by the park yesterday. The business is over in the park, isn't it? The clinic's off limits. It's not involved. But what part of off limits do you not understand? Show me proof that the clinic is connected to the incident in the park or beat it. No harm in asking. No gain either. No point in sticking around here. But we do have evidence. Maybe. Hold on. We just present these. I'm interested in Rectus Clinic. The walls and posters so highly polished I can see my face in them. Wait, hairdo's a little flat. There, perfect. Police car parked in front of the Maractus Clinic. It's empty. The police must be inside investigating. That's right, Sonny. When are you bringing my stand home? Ready. Can't you see I'm ready? guess. Until that stand is back home, the case is not closed. You hear me? I'll avoid talking about his stand in the future. There's the exhaust pipe. I don't think there's going to be anything else. Can't thank you enough, Apollo. Well, thank you for saying thank you. Well, I'm always polite. It's part of being a performer. You know what Daddy says. It doesn't cost anything to be polite, and it could bring you more business. It's epical. Just kidding. I really am grateful. We get in through the vent. Guess we could ask her about the slippers. No, not interested. Wait a minute. Hold on. Mr. Aldoon. Stan's been standing there since this whole thing started. Almost looks at home here in the park now. I think he should be made into a playhouse for children. I think he needs it for his business, yeah. I thought maybe that was like a spot of blood or something, but guess not. Because, I mean, if he got shot here... It is weird that there doesn't seem to be any blood. Because I thought that maybe that was it, but there doesn't seem to be any blood on, like, the bars or the bucket or the ground. Right, there's a mannequin here. Kind of sad. Just on the river. I think we saw that already. Yeah. They could pretend they were playing. Alright. I don't think there's anything here. That's the tarps. We've already looked at those. Colors of paint. Okay, that's still pretty much the way it is, too. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not sure you can clean this up with a broom at this point. Okay, it's just the gate. Wow. Too short and blunt. What do you think? No comment. Oh, I guess I could ask Drucy if she has any ideas. Everything that Manager said was true. It doesn't put Wonky in a very good position, does it? He was at the scene of the crime, that's pretty clear. There's got to be a different angle on this. Well, let's get investigating. A time like the present. Any leads? One moment. Shazam. Alakazam. Evidence keeps flying out of nowhere. That's all. Neat, huh? Yeah, real neat. I was wondering... You want to see a magic? No. The piece of it is... No, don't. They reads fingerprint powder in some strange language. I know for sure. But this is really a jar for something else, like jam or honey. Why would anyone go through the trouble? Well, so please don't find out, that's why. What? I don't know if there's a way to... I mean, I guess it would be obvious if you needed to use... Because, you know, she mentioned the fingerprint powder. And his prints from the knife. That would mean he was here the night of the crime. That's why I call it irrefutable scientific evidence. Neat. Not so neat when it happens to be evidence against our client. Did we try presenting him with his phone? He's hoping to meet with my client. He's just finished questioning. I'll bring him out. Oh, okay. Huh. Yo, what's up, my little imposter? Eek, what did you call me? Sam, it's you? Sorry, G, thought you were Alita. My little imposter sure is a strange nickname. It's a clink thing. You wouldn't understand. Oh, what? Did I say imposter? I meant poster, like poster. Those aren't pronounced the same way. She's so much more than that, G. She's like an angel, a fallen angel. So, what can I do you for? You don't look so chipper today, Waki. Worried about your heart condition, maybe? Yeah, that is something that they should probably, I don't know, take care of? So he doesn't die? You know, that bullet that's still there. Like if someone, like, punches you too hard in the chest and fights to protect what's valuable to him, you know what I'm saying? I miss my fallen angel. Hey, go get Alita for me. You're my lawyer, aren't you? Lawyer, not gopher. So I hear you're to be married next month. Straight up, we poured the nuptial 40 out on the stoop. Alita, oh, Snapple cakes. She's so fine. I think he's smitten with her in his own weird way. I was wondering, how did you two meet? I asked Yella, but she was very vague. Huh? Well, man, if she wouldn't tell you, I'd best hold my tongue, you feel me? What? Man, what's past is past. She knows that. When I'm with Alita, I feel like there's things worth protecting out there. You feel me? My Alita, she's down with that all the way. So both of them are mum about their past. Interesting. You think you could tell us what happened with you and Pal Maractus? There's something you should know. The Kitakis are having what you might call a feud with the rival's family. So about 6 months back, I go on a rival's turf packing a knife, right? And you were shot. Coldest thing I've ever seen. One shot to the heart. My homies weren't too late. It's a miracle that I lived. It's already considered one of the 7 wonders of the Kitaki family, you know that? So you were taken to the Maractus clinic then. Should have seen their faces when they wheeled me in. You can't just let the boss's son die, you know? I'd hate to have been in that doctor's shoes. Mr. Kitaki's scary enough when he's not angry. The bullet that hit you, it was never removed? And it's still threatening his life. That doctor, he did it on purpose. The rivals paid him off, I'm sure of it. You hear more about the night of the murder, that much is clear. The family's a G thing. It's about being a man. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm not up on my G things. I'm not even sure what a G thing is. My old man, he's gone soft. He says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make money. Isn't that a good thing? Man, there ain't no soul in making money. Better live fast and die young. Yeah. My sentiments exactly, Apollo. Apollo, why does he keep talking about old guys? I don't think that's what OG means, Trucy. We'll start with this. Pistol on the knife. It belonged to the family. I snuck him out that night. So the killer Mr. Stickler says he saw that night was... I guess it was me. I was there after all. Yeah, we're finished. Yo, Rocky, do you think you could tell us exactly what happened that night? Yeah, you don't beat around the bush, do you? Like your style, shorty. Actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him? I don't know. Eh? Yeah, that checkup, I found out about the bullet by my heart. I borrowed a gun from the family stash. Figured I'd give that doctor a taste of his own bad medicine. Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. But you were carrying a knife, weren't you? Oh, that? Yeah, well, you never can be too careful, I say. So I'm on my way to the clinic, right? When I run into him in the park, and he's dragging this noodle stand behind him, still don't understand why he was that crazy that he just wanted to steal the guy's noodle stand and bring it into the park? What is going on with that? You didn't put him up to that. Like, you know, in the movies, if you value your life, you'll bring the stand. What? More right than I am. That's saying something. I was serious. The thing is, I don't remember what happened next all too well. Oh boy. The way I see it, if there wasn't anyone else there that night, then I guess it probably was me who did him in, you know what I'm saying? It seems so bizarre. Yeah, whatever. He seems preoccupied. I'm not sure he even looked at my evidence. Wait a minute, Alita. The cell phone, maybe? No, he doesn't care about that. I don't even know if he knows about the auto incident. The noodle stand doesn't seem particularly interesting to him. Okay, so he's already... it's the same thing. So yeah, after all, yeah. The same. Cell phone and the fingerprint powder. No, I don't want you to make that evidence disappear forever. Nobody there. So it's gotta be something either with Mr. Eldoon, although I don't know what he would know. There doesn't be anything... Yeah, this just presents to Mr. Eldoon. He doesn't know anything about the phone. Doesn't know anything about that. working with his bowls, yeah. Can't apply trade if you don't love the tools. That crowd over by the park. Probably people trying to get a glimpse of the crime scene. But why are those girls screaming? Oh. I think I know who's over there. Motorcycle, yep. Hidden hair, forehead. Prosecutor Gavin. Some fans found me on my way out. Just my luck. Oh my god, he's so cool. Thus the screams. New album just came out, you know. Try waving to them. They love it. Ooh, he's so cute. They're so excited. It doesn't matter who waves to them, see? This is surreal. So you were here investigating? And I was on my way home, and my hog gave up the ghost. Yet, motorcycle. Clogged exhaust pipe. Something stuffed in his exhaust pipe? It's my fault. I think I was using the wrong oil. Oh. Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. Ah, machines. Tell me you share my angst, hair forehead. I ride a bicycle, actually. In any event, I'm off to the shop to get her fixed. Detective in charge of the scene isn't fond of me in any case. No, the one in the lab coat. Yeah, she's in a foul mood, too. Be gentle. I'll fleet a shade, baby. Oh my god, there he goes! I was gonna say, is he gonna leave without his motorcycle? As for the park today, gloomy skies. Well, nothing to do but head on in. Let's hit the park. Alright, well, at least we're found a way to progress. Something about this scene looked... Oh, they removed the tarps. Aha! I noticed something. Blue tarps are gone. Maybe that's it. I think you're right. Look over there. The white-frocked detective from yesterday. She seems to be apologizing reverently to the trash can. She's under a lot of stress. Investigation's probably not going so well. Hey, you there. If you're going to talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly, please. Oh, Detective Sky, hello. Seems gloomy as ever. This is miserable. Miserable. I just got a new kit and I can't get this stuff to work. Everyone's all smiles for that glimmerous fop. Glimmerous? Does she mean Prosecutor Gavin? More to the point, doesn't she mean glamorous? When he walks, his shiny chains catch in the sun and glimmer in my eyes. It's distracting. Much. And Emma would know all about distractions. Guess I just have to accept the fact that I lack talent. It's like she's trying out some sort of new forensics technique. Detective Sky, you know Mr. Wright, correct? How do you know my daddy? I want details. Well, he helped me out a long time ago. You might say he saved me. Is she saying something about getting involved in an incident? Can't stand it when things are vague, especially in a case. I went to study to become a forensic scientist in Europe. But you're a detective now. Well, I failed the test. Ooh, that sucks. Your title don't matter. What matters is what's inside your heart. I always thought that too. And my heart is full of science. That's why I brought this kit through mail order. I'm going to test it here before the forensics team arrives. Are you sure that's okay? I have an idea of what she might use it for, too. Won't lie, I'm not fond of the man. Those glamorous types always rub me the wrong way. Glamorous, right. Prosecutor should be cool of wit and furrowed of brow. Less glamorous and more simorous, you know. No, actually I don't. Well, that and what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his attorney's badge. Really? So his attorney's badge. He was the one? I mean, you didn't know. I thought you were one of his boys. Neither a boy nor one of his, but let's see what she has to say. What exactly happened 7 years ago? I never actually heard the details. Oh, but you're not going to tell me, are you? I get the feeling we're not going to find out until the case that it's relevant to. Do you mind me asking exactly what it is you've been doing? Squatting down on the ground like that. You want to know, do you? Well, I splurged on a new toy. You mean it wasn't police issue? What is it? I see a roller, glue. This is a footprint analysis kit. Raining on the night of the murder, which means that footprints were left. Does that have anything to do with those blue tarps? Right, the ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was that night. Ever wanted to know exactly where someone was standing? Like your panty-snatching student witness, for instance. Ha! So with that kit. Right. What? Want to try this stuff out? Are you sure? I mean, we're sort of on opposing teams and all. Oh, pshaw, you're friends. And to tell the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Oh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache. Footprint analysis, huh? Well, should I give it a go? Yeah, alright. Allow me to explain. One moment. She's reading the instructions for her kid. Why does this not fill me with confidence? Okay, so I think there's an obvious, well, actually there's a couple of them, looks like. Oh, there's 3 of them. Where to be examined. This is so exciting. Here goes. First, put the plaster in the print till it's full. You try it. How am I supposed to do that? Just press A where you want to pour the plaster. Like this. Doesn't look too hard. If you run out of plaster in your beaker before you're done, you have to start over. I mean... Oh, I see. There's one down here. Yeah, you're handier with that than you look. What's that supposed to mean? On to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right. Just press A to blast it with that dryer. There, give it a shot. Let me take a look. Yes, that's a good one. Next, the ink. The roller to ink is just the shoe print part. Hold on that roller tight now with A and roll it up and down. Keep going till you get enough ink on there for a good print. Right, now the moment you all been waiting for. Let's take our print. There it goes. See if we get a match. Okay, cool. We can just scroll through them, see what kind of shoes they have. Of course, he has the G logo on his shoes. Weird mark on the bottom of that guy's shoes. I think it's like sandals. Yeah, so there we go. Also kind of interesting that we apparently have just the shoe prints of everyone involved. Even if they're not suspects. He was in the park on the night of the crime. Can almost see the science at work. Don't you love it? Ah, nothing feels better. She's definitely way more into this than I am. Just let me know if you want to do some more. I'll be here solving the case with science. That certainly brighten her mood. Yeah, let's do some more footprint analysis. Pick which print you want to analyze. I mean, I think I know who this one is. I think I already know who this one is, but, you know. So yeah, that confirms his testimony, the final version of it at least. I know where the panty snatcher was standing. Another shoe print. Mind if we give it another shot? You're beginning to appreciate the wonder that is forensic science. Now this one... Look, it's like actual gameplay. Instead of just talking to people all the time. It's a funny shoe print. Not even a shoe? It's strange, so smooth, except for the part with the leaf. See, without even looking that this print doesn't match any print on our list. A mystery print, but I think I know. St. Marcus Clinic. Hey! What? The slipper. Look right here. I think I see a toe mark. A toe mark? You think we can get a print off of that? Sure, toes have prints just like fingers too, you know. This little clue might be a gold mine. There's one problem. The police station doesn't keep a record of toe prints, so we won't know whose it is. Guess that would be too much to hope for. Still, it might be useful somehow. Let's analyze it. Okay, so how do we... Oh, I guess maybe I have to use the, present the... This is the very basis model for some science. I guess you could put it that way. Right. You should examine anything you find that might have prints on it. Dead. Oh, I see. Cough is catching up to me. Let's see if we can analyze it. what if someone was walking on their hands? Looks like Big Toe, maybe? I feel like the case is solved already. What's next? We have to match the print, right? Let's match it. Wait. Victor didn't give us a list of toe prints, Apollo. Good point. Maybe we should ask her, get some expert advice. I guess so. I'm not sure she really qualifies as an expert. This print is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe. It's a shoe print of some kind, though, that's certain. Still, you have to wonder what it's doing here. It's right next to the Eldoon's noodle stand. Does make one wonder. Hey, you. Yes? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? You wouldn't happen to have something in mind. Something that might have left this mystery shoe print. This shoe print does remind me of something. Yeah. I think I have our culprit right here. These slippers, actually. What would slippers be doing out here? Look at the bottom, see? It's covered with paint, except for... See right here? Hey, that spot is shaped like a leaf. The leaf was stuck on the bottom and came off when the slipper stepped in paint. Makes sense, doesn't it? Wait, something's written on them. Yeah, the Maractus Clinic. Exactly, the victim's clinic. That means that someone from the clinic was involved. And they weren't standing where Pal Maractus was standing. Why is she just standing there eating? Detective Sky, I have a favor to ask. Can you get us access in the Maractus Clinic? Police won't let us in. They say the murder and the clinic are not connected. And it's off limits until we prove they are. Ah, here we go. This is how we get in. Cool. They did my work for me with the shoe prints. Seems like I should return the favor. Thank you, Detective Sky. Here, show this to the police officer on duty. I'll collect to this magician and attorney in Prosecutor Gavin's name. Marcus Clinic, here comes justice. Actually, trips were here yesterday gone. Wonder why Detective Sky put them out. I see something there. A print. Right. Oh, I thought maybe the leaf itself was also something. You two again. When will you learn? Look at me however you want. You're not getting in today. I wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look what we have. What's this? Detective Sky? Yesterday it was Prosecutor Gavin, today it's Detective Sky. Who are you two, really? Now he's suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. I'm gonna let you in. Have fun. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it? Place has a connection to the murder in the park. I'm sure of it. The police guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived. Looks like the police team's gone home for the day. There might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. Clinic reception desk. No one's here, of course. There's a small sign on the counter. Please pay your bill. Remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. Brutal, but effective. Look, this door says doctor's office. This is the victim's private office. It's not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Don't even bother. Jersey! That sound came from behind this door. Someone's in there. Well, let's check it out, Jersey. Break-in. They left through that window. Wait, Apollo. You're too late to catch them now. Must be your experience as panty snatcher chaser talking. Oh, we should tell the police. Let's check the room out first, Apollo. Tell the police now, we'll lose our chance. You're right, she's better at this than I am. But one thing's for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related now. The window is ajar. That must be how our burglar escaped. I wonder who it was. Maybe it was just a burglar who happened to pick here? Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. Give it a month myself. Whoever broke in obviously need to break in today. The lamp on the floor? Expensive looking lamp. The bulb's broken. Broken? Don't you mean burned out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. But why is it standing up on the floor like that then? Hey, look at the cord. There's a red splotch of a part of the cord. Uh-oh. It's a little bright for blood, almost pinkish. Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. Red stain on the cord. See. Right here. Oh. Cord runs to the lamp, has a red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain. Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped? Why would anyone write their name on a lamp cord? I used to write my name on my magic ropes. Okay. Weird that just the bulb is broken. Touch that, you cut yourself. Yeah, fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice. My finger. Ah, you're bleeding. Let me see that. Wait. Magic blood. Gotcha. Please don't do that again. I have enough to worry about without my coworkers injuring themselves on the evidence. Huh. So the bulb was broken, but not the lamp itself. Interesting. What are those? Walls covered with beakers. Something's moving inside that one. You look, Apollo. Hey, look yourself. You can't... Oh. It's a goldfish. Wow, they're all fish. So many kinds. Whoever designed this has a sick sense of humor. Books and papers are scattered around the room. Wow, what a mess. This is worse than Daddy's room. Burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk here is lying on its side. Huh? The juice that spilled out of that cup. It's dry. So the messy one wasn't our burglar just now. Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. Interesting. Maybe that's a weird stain pattern on the floor. I thought maybe the cord maybe was originally over here or something. Potted plants see better days. Doesn't make sense either. What doesn't? Well, burglars are looking for valuables, right? It's true. That's what I would do if I were a burglar. So why look under a potted plant? Maybe they were looking for the key to the safe? I've heard of people putting their house keys under plants with the key to a safe? Maybe the burglar's looking for the house keys. I'm getting nowhere fast. I mean, here's the cute little safe. Looks like a 4-digit lock. Aha! Someone's already entered in 2 numbers, Apollo. 7, 9. Wait, do you think that burglar just now is trying to open it? Wonder what's inside the safe. Is there any way we can figure out the last 2 numbers? Oh, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. Maybe there's something in the court record. Something that can help us figure out the last 2 numbers. I wonder... I knew it, Apollo. What is it? Well, all we have to know is what buttons have been pressed. Use this to find out what the next two numbers are. I was actually thinking of something else. You press the buttons, you'd have to touch them with your finger, right? It would leave a print. When you open a safe, you don't press any other buttons but the right ones, right? So if we can find the buttons with fingerprints, we'll have the safe code. Not bad, Apollo. Yeah, but I'm actually kind of more interested in something else. I mean, we could just dust the whole thing. Just to be safe. The oily residues clearly. 7 and 9. These are glove marks. Burglar must have been... Ah. See, I was hoping maybe we could get the burglar's fingerprints. Might not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open the safe. Let's give it a shot. Well... It opened. Lucky cat? No clues here. The heck is this? This looks like a bullet hole. I can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of a safe? Hey, the bullet came out. Tip is all squished. Not surprising given that it was fired into a metal safe. The bullet's got a story behind it, that's for sure. This looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here with it. An x-ray? Can't make heads or tails of it. And I can't read the chart either, it's all in medical speak. But the names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient, it says Waki-Kitaki. Ah. I wonder if there's like a bullet somewhere in his chest area. The physician's signature says Palmaractus. What is it, Apollo? Look here, where it says who filed the chart. Let's see. Nurse Alida Tiala. Tialita? Waki's fiance. That's Juanita too many, Apollo. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? How should I know? Though, I guess it means she's on staff at this clinic. Odd that she neglected to mention this before now. She worked at the Maractus Clinic and she had access to Waki-Taki's medical chart. Got the I and Y wrong, Apollo. I'd be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? Ah, I think I know. Just happen to know someone who used to be a doctor. Looks like that's everything that's in here that's important. So I don't know for certain that there isn't anything useful here. Although this just seems like random items, like bowl. Huh. So he... I think we have. Mr. Eldoon, must you take it? No. Why is... all the bowls have been washed clean? I think we found our first clue, Trucy. Why... Okay, so I don't really understand what Pal was doing, both with the noodle stand and with all of these bowls. Like... There's a single pair of sandals here. Wait, but why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients. Or maybe it's a visitor that's come to see Dr. Maractus. You'd think they'd use this house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. And if this is patient or visitor isn't still here, why'd they leave without their shoes? Better take a closer look at these just in case. Here's where the slippers for patients in the clinic, same as the pair we found. And it looks like there's one pair is missing. Yep. Paint on the bottoms, which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder. Paint's from the hit and run after all, but what were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? And what were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? And what were they doing potentially at the scene of the murder? Okay, nothing interesting up here. Okay, so I think the thing next to do is, if I have an idea, yep. I think this is, this could be a toe print. Get a print off of this. I mean, either this is going to match up with the slipper, or we're going to have a lot of evidence that we don't have a lot of use for. Yep. Looks like a big toe. But wait, I mean, it's great that we got the print. Is there such a thing as a list of toe prints? No, but we do have another toe print. Oh. I mean, come on. Well, I think that's all we're gonna get here. No Mr. Eldoon, though. Well, I guess that means we're gonna have to go to the park first. I know that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how did you know? Can't fool someone trained in the ways of science. Next you'll have us analyzing face prints. Yeah. Alright. I mean, quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. Yeah, you know, like the only other one we've taken. Apollo, come on, man. Front of these is nice and clear, too. Gosh, good. Hey, we were the ones who found it. Perfect match. Yep, so the same person. Right, so somebody came and took those slippers off, or sandals off, and put those slippers on, and wound up at the crime scene, and also at the hit and run area. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to, or do you already know? I can't say, not yet. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth. Okay, well, I think the next thing might be maybe he's back by now? Ah, the prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. Heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something? Could use a little diversion. Detective Sky say, if you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago. Please. I want to know. I need to know. Certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news. I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes, he was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still high school. Took the bar exam abroad in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. To my shame, I left the practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forging attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. What about what happened in my first trial? Did you notice in today's trial there was a single piece of forged evidence? Mm-hmm. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence, maybe I didn't. It doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. It's like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery, for now. Hey, do you know where this guy is? It's refreshing to be so thoroughly ignored for a change. Ah, so that was what led you to the guilty party. Yes, thanks to you ripping the mirror off the car, I was able to deduce the... Make a good point, Apollo. In fact, it could be said that I'm to thank for finding the criminal. Think what you want, Mr. Wright. Knock yourself out. Doesn't seem like he's particularly interested in this stuff. Oh well. Now is he here? I didn't miss anything in here, did I? Mr. Ori's doctor's office. That was pretty intense, wasn't it? If we'd gone in there 1 second earlier, we might have met the burglar. But Apollo, what we've said if we did see them, can't exactly shout out, "Hey, who are you?" It does lack a certain punch. Let's think of something cool to say for the next time we do meet a burglar. I feel like that's not a scenario that happens often enough to warrant being prepared for, but you never know. Okay, I don't see anything else in here. I don't think there was anything else in the office. Oh. I know. We want to talk about forensic evidence. There is actually something else I could. Let's see. Look at the sky. I was wondering about this. Trucy, wait. What? Well, it was inside the safe, right? That means the police don't know about it yet. Oh, right. We can use this in the trial tomorrow. Do I have to repeat myself every time? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do so quietly. Take a look at this lamp. Bulb's broken. Strange, isn't it? Really? I break bulbs all the time. Just 'cause a mess and my lamp is always falling over. Not too bright, huh? I still think it's kind of odd. What about this? Vital evidence there. Can't show her that. It's our secret weapon in tomorrow's trial for sure. I tell you before, if you're gonna talk behind someone's back, do it quietly. Prints on these slippers and these sandals match, which they do. Means the same person was wearing them. You know, I thought that's what it might mean. Science is amazing. It is, isn't it? I've never felt so alive. It is a major lead. Just ask scientifically. The details for one. Their phone, after all. Maybe it was a little spacey already. Very likely pointing this to the victim, like he wanted to kill him. That's the problem. I'm just getting into the, like, throw anything out. He's back and... Oh, you again. Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? Man, my old man, now I'm all in a funk and it's his fault. We can only assume that his father tried to teach him a lesson, and failed, clearly. You got your work cut out for you, straight up. Of course I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Some days I wonder why I do what I do. You don't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges. What if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience, you feel me? Like a badge of honor. They don't give the death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Yeah, he didn't. Old man is whack. Disappointing, that's what he is. I heard he wants to leave the mob. Over my dead body. Well, careful about that. Oh, Lynn wants to go soft? Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. The day I get out of the clink, that's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kitaki family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail for my sake. I wonder. You don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. For Miss Tiala? Yeah, birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad, so cute, man. These sandals are hers. Yeah, I kinda had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Yep. Yeah, he doesn't know what this is. Oh, that's right, Honky, it's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? Yeah, you know, with the bullet in you. Take a closer look here, in particular, where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala. Huh, you lawyers do your homework. So you met Miss Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic. So? Tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting. Fine, fine. I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. Came in and got me, hauled me off the docks. That's where I met her, my fallen angel, Alita Tiala. She was scared of me at first, turns out. But you know what they say, the bad guy always gets the ladies. Right. She was done with the clinic anyhow, so I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Straight gangster style. Guess what she said? What did she say? Come on, give it some thought. She said it real quiet, like, on the down low. Know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you'll marry me. So that was the proposal. You know it, an oath of love right there in the hospital room. Just like that, the op was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye. About that op. Yeah? Don't go so low after all, is it? I know about the report. I know it's still in me. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said? Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G, you know what I'm saying? Didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup? Yeah, that's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cap pulled after I got my revenge. And hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, did you ever had a health checkup before? Nah, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. Guess he's getting old. Older, I mean. Security guard. He stands here watching this room. No idea if he's listening to us talk. I'd be sure he's breathing. And the camera. Man, that is so far off the hook it's off the chain. Okay, so... I don't know why I thought you would recognize that. Or that. I mean, I think that's all we're gonna get from him. Here we go. Mr. Muldoon, been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Jersey? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. Suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Muldoon, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Muldoon. You take a look at this. Medical chart. Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. Why the sudden silence, Mr. Muldoon? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. He's on trial on suspicion of murder. On trial? That's crazy. You can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? The noodles weren't real. Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. I mean, I guess we should have known that wasn't really his hair, but... You listen up good now, son. No way. It's like he's a completely different person. Well, according to this chart, this Waki Hitaki feller's not doing so well. He's got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Yeah, but this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I can think of is it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet's snug as a bug in there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal is just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side and there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc would be able to be eager to fiddle with. You mean, it took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. Trucy, don't. Yeah. Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half a year, tops. But Waki's operation was already half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. This kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great, just great. How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea of how he felt. An emergency operation. He's got the kid's chest open on the table. Then he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucy doll. Cold despair. About the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out. The Katakis. You bet. This kid's their only son, I hear. So he skips the operation and Waki's back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. How awful. And which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened. That's just horrible. He left Waki to die. There's a darkness in this world, Trucy doll, waiting, hungry. Compared to it, these gangs' turf wars are like kid games. When you're up against real evil, well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong. They'll take you all the same. Wow, this got real fast. You are a surgeon, right, Mr. Aldoon? You could operate on Waki, couldn't you? I wish. What? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even the world. So Waki, he's real lucky to be alive even now. No, there's one problem. Apollo? This chart, look at the nurse section. Alita Tiala. That's right, this operation is how they met. Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Waki's condition, guaranteed. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. Why didn't she ever tell him? Doesn't make sense. She knew her patient was in serious danger, and she wanted to marry him. I think she wanted to get that second operation before getting engaged. If she wanted him to live through it. What are you thinking, Alita Tiala? Yeah. Well, it is unfortunately a weekday, and I can't stay up too late because I do have work tomorrow, so I think I am going to call it. This is probably a good place to call it here. But yeah, this, wow, took a turn for the serious, you know, for all the wackiness of the first day and a half. But yeah, it seems like things will definitely get crazy. But hey, hope you enjoyed it. Um, like I said, I don't know when I'll be able to stream. I think I might be out tomorrow, so probably won't be streaming tomorrow. But you never know. Um, like I said, if you miss the stream, I will be making these into VODs, so you can always watch them later. That said, if you're watching all the way through, hope you enjoyed it, and guess I'll catch you next time.